Okay, good morning guys. So yeah, today is the day that I will be leaving the UK to spend the majority of 2023 living on cruise ships and yeah, out at sea, which feels very, very strange to say. Now it's currently the middle of March and I am coming to you right now from my hometown, which is pretty near Glasgow in Scotland. Now, you could maybe see a little bit of evidence behind, but to be honest, it doesn't actually look that wet. It's been pretty reliable in terms of Scottish weather the last few days. So mid-March at the moment, it's been about 8 or 9 degrees Celsius. Not too sure what that relates to if you're watching this video from the Fahrenheit part of the world. But yeah, it's been pretty wet, pretty cold. So I'm hoping that that weather is going to be a thing of the past as of, well, tonight. So my plan for today is that I am heading over to Glasgow Airport, well, in about an hour's time actually, and I will be flying with Emirates over to Dubai. So that then kicks off my year of, as I say, spending the majority of time living on ships. First up is MSC World Europa, which I will be boarding on Saturday, so about 3 days time from now. Things I'm excited about today, I can't wait to see what it's like to fly with Emirates, but also to fly with a Middle Eastern airline in the economy cabin. I've heard very, very good things, so let's see if that materialises. The other thing I'm so excited for, and I'm not going to tell you all about it yet, where I've chosen to stay in Dubai, I actually can't believe it's happening. So where I've chosen to stay in Dubai is somewhere that I actually never thought I would get to stay. So watch this space and I will fill you in more, probably after we land and after we get to the hotel. Now, time-wise, I have got a 7.5-hour flight ahead of me today, so a relatively long flight. And that means that I will leave Glasgow about 1 o'clock our time in the afternoon, and I'll get into Dubai about 10 to 1 tomorrow morning. So yeah, not ideal from a timing point of view. However, it was the only flight available, so if it gets me there, then yeah, I will absolutely jump on. So look, for now, let's get back to the house. Let's change into something a bit more comfortable for travelling, and I will speak to you guys as we head down to Glasgow Airport. Okay, so I am home and changed and ready to head out to the airport. Now, a couple of things that I would always say if you are planning to fly anything long haul, which for me is anything over like 4 or 5 hours, always make sure you have got plenty of Netflix downloaded. I always tend to travel in shorts just because it's so much comfier. And yeah, just make sure that you've got some reading or something for the flight. So I've got a couple of books, hoping I won't need it because I've heard the entertainment on Emirates is pretty good. But yeah, look, should probably stop talking here, get in the car and head down to the airport. Might find time to squeeze in a coffee en route because you know me, cannot go any longer than about 20 minutes without a bit of caffeine. So yeah, look, let's get in the car and head out. Okay, so just arrived at Glasgow Airport and to be honest, it's looking pretty quiet. The weather here this morning is amazing. I actually am feeling a little bit guilty about now flying out, but yeah, it looks pretty quiet. So hopefully we'll get in, get checked in and through security pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm now in through security and probably the quickest that I've ever done it. So that took maximum 10 minutes from saying bye to my parents to now being all the way through duty free and being here, which is, you might be able to see, but not unless a plane comes in. The runway is basically right there, so I am planning to be honest, set up camp here for the next hour or so. I've got my laptop with me, so fire that up and make sure that Netflix and everything is all good for the flight, and then yeah, it'll be time to board. Now, one of the things I was really looking forward to about flying with Emirates actually was getting to try their A380, which was that huge aircraft with the 2 full floors. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't actually start from Glasgow until the end of March, so I think I've missed it by about a week, which is really, really annoying. But I guess it means that I'll just have to come back and try it again. So I'm expecting that when our aircraft gets here, it'll just be one of those, I think they call it a 777, which is the one with just one floor on it. But yeah, really looking forward to seeing what Emirates is like, because I've heard such good things. So I think I'm going to go get a drink and then come back and chill out here for the next hour or so. And I will see you guys on the flight. So yeah, welcome to 48K, which was my home for about 7 hours, I think it was. Now, quick tour of the seat. This had everything that you would need. It even had USB charging points, it had a remote control to use in the middle, and it even had a plug point on the right that you could plug a British plug into. So, big thumbs up from me, but let me show you what it's like to take off out of Glasgow Airport. Okay, next up, food. Now, not sure what I was expecting, but I had been really sold Emirates, so I expected more than what's in front of me right now. This is basically the in-flight meal, which I think is pretty similar to what I've had with quite a few other airlines. And then, to finish it off, glass of wine and a film before dozing in and out, but trying not to nap due to the fact that we landed at 10 to 1 in the morning. So if you sleep on that flight, jet lag's gonna get you. Now, this was our view, pulling into Dubai, and I'll speak to you in a little minute, just as soon as we get off the plane. Okay, 7.5 hours done. I'm still looking relatively alive, which is always a plus, so it's now time to get out to the hotel, so I'll speak to you properly when we get there. Okay, just can we pause for a minute and reflect on how quiet this airport is. This is one of the busiest airports in the world, and when you come in at this time in the morning, granted it's 1 AM, but the departures hall, which is down there, is pretty busy. There's quite a lot of people floating about down there. Well, not floating about, sitting about, but up here, kind of walking into arrivals, it's pretty dead. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a clear run straight through to get the bags, and yeah, be at the hotel hopefully within the next half hour. And just like that, I am at the hotel. So, well, to be honest, maybe not just like that, because it's now 2:45 in the morning. And yeah, I think this is exactly why I thought I'll just get a cheap room at the Premier Inn tonight and then head into a better hotel or a more premium hotel tomorrow. Because knowing that the flight landed at 10 to 1, I knew that I wouldn't get to this room much before 3 o'clock in the morning. So there, in my opinion, is almost no point in paying so much more money for a fancy room that you're just simply not going to be in. Now, the last, 12 hours or so, 14 hours, have felt like a complete whirlwind. I got to Glasgow Airport this morning at what I think was like 10 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock. And yeah, the entire day has now totally disappeared. Now, what I would say, I was really keen to catch up with you guys on what my, I guess, initial impressions were of flying with Emirates. And yeah, maybe the controversial view is that I genuinely don't think they were as good as I thought they were going to be. Like, yeah, I think it was probably better than what I've seen on quite a lot of American airlines, and it was actually probably better than what I've seen on the likes of British Airways. But I think it was maybe one that has been a little bit overhyped, where, yeah, I've got absolutely no complaints, but everyone that I've spoken to has sort of said, oh my goodness, Fraser, wait until you fly Emirates. You'll never want to fly with anyone else. It's really incredible. It's so special. And yeah, to be honest, like, it was totally fine. It was a pretty normal economy product with good customer service. So yeah, not overly blown away, but yeah, as I say, no complaints. And my bag, thank goodness, has arrived. So I don't know what I would have done on this trip if my luggage hadn't appeared, because my hand luggage is totally rammed to the point where I didn't even have a change of underwear in there. So that would have been a disaster if that bag hadn't come out on that carousel today. Now, plan for tomorrow. Now, I've got 2 days here before I go on MSC World Europa on Saturday. And those days, to be honest, the first one is going to be catching up with a couple of friends who've emigrated out to here. And then the following day is going to be, hopefully, to be honest, some pretty rapid sightseeing. I'm hoping to get up the Burj Khalifa, hoping to see the fountain show, hoping to do the Dubai Mall. So hopefully I can, in a future video, show you guys some of the things that you can do if you're planning a trip to Dubai. But what I did want to tell you before I finish, because I am so excited and I've been excited about this for weeks. Now, tomorrow I am getting up to move hotel, and I'll be moving to like the port area of Dubai, and the hotel that I've chosen to stay at is the QE2, which is an old ship, which is now a docked floating hotel in Dubai. Now, I've stayed on a floating ship before, and up in Scotland. I think quite a few of you guys have stayed there as well. But this one is going to be something completely different, because obviously the QE2 is essentially a small cruise ship. So I cannot wait to wake up on the QE2, look out the window, and for World Europa to be outside. It's going to be such a novelty. And the history of the QE2 has just got, yeah, it's absolutely fascinating. So I can't wait to see what these guys have done to refurbish that ship over the next couple of days. But hey, look, I'm going to bring you more on that in my next video, which is basically going to be looking at what you can get up to if you spend the night on the QE2, to give you a bit of a feel for that. But for now, you can probably tell I'm beginning to flag, given the time, so I am going to turn into this bed right now, and I will speak to all of you tomorrow down in Dubai at the QE2. Great, thanks for following along, guys. Good night. Okay, now just before I finish this video, I wanted to just pause and show you the view. Now this is directly out the front, and I don't know about you, but I could look at that all day. You've got the main airport terminal directly opposite, and from there you can see all the planes lining up, you can watch them take off. Absolutely brilliant. Now the next bit I couldn't believe was part of a Premier Inn, but it's got its own private pool on the roof, and look at the view from there. So this view shows you a lot of the residential parts on the outskirts of Dubai, which is where the hotel is. And then as you pan round, you've got the whole of downtown. So over there, you can see the Burj Khalifa, you can see so many other famous buildings in Dubai. And honestly, I was blown away by it. But yeah, hopefully that gives you a bit of a feel for what my travel day to Dubai was like. In the next episode, we'll be embarking MSC World Europa, so I cannot wait to show you that. So yeah, click subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.